Hi, my name is Anja Stemmer and I am a visual artist based in Germany. I live in Munich and paint in the tradition of informal art, also known as abstract expressionism on the American continent. With my colorful and dynamic gestural artworks, I celebrate the joy of living. Emotional works in vibrant colors. My aim and goal is to convey a sense of curiosity, of playful research and serenity, to infuse rooms and people with optimism, joy, and vibes of positive energy. I grew up in Constance, near the Swiss border, in the southern part of Germany. And it actually took a while before I chose to become an artist. I also am a scientist. I hold a diploma in physics. And after my school, I decided to move out of the academic world and into real business. I worked as a freelance management consultant and traveled the world, implementing digital strategies and IT-related topics for big companies. Maybe I worked a bit too much during these times. You might have considered me a workaholic, but I simply enjoyed getting things done and forming high-performance teams to get even more things done. Anyway, one day I found myself home on my balcony. I had just picked up my new car and instead of feeling enthusiasm and joyfully calling my friends to take a ride in the countryside, I was just tired, empty, fed up. So I asked myself, well, what is it you'd really enjoy doing right now? What brings life and laughter and joy back into your days? And the answer I found was color. Color, like in flowers, was my first assumption because of the balcony. But no, it was not gardening. Going to museums and art exhibitions was coming closer to it. And finally I discovered that it was color as in paint, fluid paint, vibrant colors, and always something non-deterministic in the entire game. An element of serendipity, of dancing with chance. This element of randomness is to a certain degree also related to my studies again, because in physics my studies included chaos theory, a mathematical language to express the beauty of the uncontrollable. This interest in beautiful accidents also links with the way the artists who influenced myself worked. As a teenager, I admired, for instance, Robert Rauschenberg. I had a print of one of his collages in my room and read about his experiments in art and technology. Or also Max Ernst, who also used aleatory or accidental elements in his work, has been a great source of inspiration. I've been fascinated by Dadaism and Surrealism, exploring the subconscious, the dreams, and the expression of fantasies. And last but not least, German informal painter Karl Otto Götz is an influence of mine. His gestural way of painting non-objective works of art and his approach to using tools and working very fast, very dynamically, have been influential on my work. By the way, Karl Otto Götz also has been keenly interested in information theory already back in the 1960s and also has been interested in psychology. Currently, I am focusing on a series of gestural and expressive paintings, following the theme of play. As Einstein already mentioned, play is the highest form of research. It's a state of mind, an exploration of colorful effects following my curiosity, inviting chance to my studio and experimenting a bit with the viscosity of the paint I am mixing myself. As opposed to my previous series of work, this time I leave a lot of white space or respectively black background and I work less planar. As a downside of this approach, I have a hard time taking good photos of my works. And well, the biggest challenge of being an artist is not to have enough time to do everything. Taking good photos, running the errands, posting on social media, planning exhibitions, socializing with various players in the art scene, cataloging, and last but not least, creating the work. The advice I would give my younger self is the only hard currency in life is joy. Follow the path of joy, enjoy the process. Don't chase a result that you either cannot achieve or are not happy with for a long time once you have achieved it. It's all about the process. Trust it. Trust the process. And I often play around with unconventional approaches during this process. For instance, to create monotypes as backgrounds for my current splashes, or creating textured surfaces, to mix different ingredients with ready-made paint, or to mix my own with pigments and a variety of binders. I do those experiments to keep me awake and interested, to maybe come across something I find visually appealing just by chance. This is often how I develop my work further. Usually, I prefer to work in silence and listen to my intuition, my inner tunes, over listening to music. I listen to myself, or I find my flow while mixing my paint. Mixing it for approximately an hour or more is like a meditation, and it prepares my state of mind for releasing some beauty through dynamic moves and gestures that go beyond my control. One could say I release an intention onto the canvas. All the focus and love and energy of creating it also can be felt and sensed by the observer. I have had people comment on one of my exhibitions, I came in feeling a little bit gloomy, feeling down and a bit stressed, and it feels like I have had a bath in your wonderful colors. I now feel refreshed and much, much happier than before. So that was a beautiful compliment. It's like having a superpower. My art is an energizer and a source of joy for people. Also a source of self-appreciation to own an original artwork. Sometimes people even say they have been falling in love with one of my paintings. Really, collectors told me so more than once. It's a very strong form of desire and a stage of exceptional happiness, long-lasting, as I also have been told just recently. And another fun story is that a lady approached me once in the underground station where I had just been waiting for a train with one of my works that had just come back from an exhibition. She approached me and said, "You must be an exceptional Powerfrau, as we say in German. Your work is so energetic, I just had to connect with you and speak to you." And the other, also very impulsive sale has happened on the doorstep of the collector's house. Again, me just passing by with the mid-sized work of art under my arm. She asked if she could take a look and spontaneously decided to give the painting a new forever home. I was really taken by surprise. And this is also what I want people to take away from my work. Intense joy and happiness, like falling in love, a bit of my optimism and the resilience I have within me, a certain trust in the process, or maybe even trust in life as such.